Anyway.
Yep. You are live.
And that's on a perfect note there. What's up, everybody? And welcome in to the Put in the Book show. Steve here back this week, joining you here. I got Keith, my good buddy over here, right there. Just like poke his ear.
Oh, no? Wait, wrong ear. It's weird. It's like,
no, it just went right through. It went right through it. What are you doing? Look at this. Rodriguez is tickling Keith. I got Keith. What's up, man?
Was cooking, not much. Nice win last night. Let's go Mets.
Yeah, we'll get into that. Last night. We shall get into that. That is what he said. Rodriguez, what's up, buddy?
What's up, people? What's going on? Skanky
party people.
You suck.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to you and to Mr. Belly over here. Producer Joe's back also. So we got both you guys back.
Open Gangnam Style.
There it is. You're gonna get him to move. Farace, I'm glad you forgot producer Joe. Didn't even say he was back. You said nothing about him.
I haven't gotten there yet. He's right after you.
Rude.
Wow.
So rude. He's gonna be mad again.
Producer Joe knows better. Possibly forget him.
I heard producer Joe moved out from behind Steve's wall into another person's wall with more space.
Ooh. Dun dun.
Ooh, he's moving out.
Is he back there?
Okay. He's there. He's always there. He's that noise that you hear at night. You know, that little noise you hear at night in your house? That's him.
I thought those were the cucarachas.
He buries tunnels everywhere.
Oh my God, bro.
He's like he's what are those little things? He's like a groundhog that can't see, little groundhog things that run through everywhere.
Watch
out, sunrise and
I watched one of the Florida palmetto bugs crawl under my door, take off up onto the ceiling. I grabbed my slipper and I went to smack him.
This is awful.
Bro, he took his both front paws, the legs or whatever, pushed up.
And he took the slipper away from you. He took it away. He took it away. He beat you with it.
He lifted his front of his roast body and tilted his head and looked at me. Like, what you gonna do, son? Yeah, I was like, wow. And I went, I Fwakata his ass.
Producer Joe wanted to
If you live in Florida, it's also a talent to hit them hard enough to kill them, but not hard enough to get the mush all over your wall.
Yes. I told my wife it's a fine art.
It is.
You gotta kill them and not get the splatter.
Oh, because that splatter is disgusting. It's like popping the biggest pimple in the world, but it's roach pimple.
Yeah, it's bad. Hey, Joe, you got anything to tell us about roaches? I don't know. It just seems like we were heading in that direction.
There are delicacies in like 18 countries. I'm going to look them up right now and where we can go to eat them as a delicacy. I'm going to look up some recipes while the Put It in the Book show opening is playing right now. Put it in the books!
All right, welcome back into the show. A lot to talk about. We're coming off the heels of a Padres series. We're right in the middle of a Subway series. We're headed toward the trade deadline, all that stuff. So we got to get the energy up, right, Keith? Yeah. Wake up and search out, go to Twitter. Trade rumors.
Looks like we are,
right? Some caffeine, maybe.
I assume you're talking about the offense because we carried that offensive rut right into that.
God, no, series. Keith, I'm talking about caffeine, coffee.
What's coffee? Right. So we carried that offensive rut right into the San Diego series, and then there was just one fateful inning in Sunday night against the Padres where Alonso said, "Enough of this crap." He went in the dugout and drank himself a big old cup of Brooklyn Water coffee roasters. Came out and hit a 3-run shot. And since then, we've been on tune. Do it, people. Go right now. www.brooklynwatercraftroasters.com. Get yourself out of that rut. Start hitting those 3-run homers. Start taking the lead in life, baby.
Those are the best.
Brooklyn Watercraft Roasters. Delicious coffee. And you can have some delicious flavors such as dark roast, dark chocolate. Dark roast, dark chocolate is a rich, chocolatey, dark roasted coffee. But you got to moderation because there's chocolate in there, right, Farace? What are the calorie count for
Coffee Belly? Soto!
Boom! That's it. So you can have 5 freaking cups and hit 3-run homers if you get that many turns at bat because the rest of your team might suck. In the Mets case, that's not the case. www.brooklynwatercraftroasters.com. From their roaster to your front door. Only the finest beans are hand selected with hands, 5-finger hands. Well, I don't want to discriminate. It could be 4 or 3-finger hands.
6.
They are hands. So they are picked with hands that have fingers for your pleasure. Act now, and you can go ahead and use code PopCulturePros, all capital letters, and get a 3rd bag free. Right, so you can have a 3rd bag off your chin. The coffee dripping. I mean,
oh, wow.
Producer Joe didn't like that. Producer Joe did not like that.
Watercraftroasters.com. From their roaster to your front door. Use code PopCulturePros. Get your 3rd bag free. All the flavors are delicious. If you don't like flavors, they have that too. Check them out now. All deliveries are guaranteed to be shipped within 24 hours of its roast date.
It's pretty delicious. And don't forget, Keith, as I discovered several weeks back, the code also works on the K-Cups. I was bored one day on the World Wide Web, as we call it, and I tried the code by putting it with the K cups, and it worked.
With your fingers, you did it with your fingers on your hand.
Yeah, with the finger. Yeah, and you could do it too, whether you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Even if you have 1.
Oof. All right.
So if you have no hands.
No.
You use your
Listen,
toes.
no.
Or
you to the right.
Or
to the right.
You just have nub. You can nub it in on the keyboard. You just gotta be careful.
You can always use a nub.
JPP.
Everyone can always use a nub.
You can use voice to text.
All right. Well, that's Brooklyn Water Coffee for you. And let's head into some Mets talk here. Obviously, lost 2 out of 3 to the Padres over the weekend, and then here comes the roof is leaky and nothing's going right. Even though we were facing some relatively good pitching in that series, it is what it is. You're going to have some of these series. We've been winning how many series, Rodriguez? How many series did we win in a row at one point? And
I think weren't we at 26
2 out of 3.
out of 29 or something like that? 26 out of 29. We won a lot of series. I said it last week. I said those are all good pitchers. We're throwing our best. They're throwing their best. We could go 2 out of 3, or we could go 1 out of 3. And we won 1 out of 3. But the last one, we mashed them up, and we let them know that, hey, listen, we're a little bit off, but we're coming back. So and the team that we played last night, we let them know right away that we're not somebody that you can play around with. Like it's tit for tat, buddy. Whatever you can do, we can do better. So let's just do it. It was 2 home runs the first inning, 42 right off the bat. Boom, done. Let's go. I'm too excited about the game, Farace. I don't care about your schedule and you're gonna run the show. I don't care.
I don't have to run the show.
I want to talk about the Yankees.
He's yelling at me,
losing and looking so smug.
I didn't disagree with you. Nothing.
Oh,
I didn't agree with you.
You wanted the Yankees to win. I heard Tim told me.
That hurts me. That hurts my heart, Rodriguez. Hurts my heart.
Nah, I'm kidding. The only good Yankee fans.
I thought we definitely should have.
Everyone knows.
So we definitely should have taken 2 out of 3 in that series. I think the offense.
Not hitting, dude.
Right. I thought the offense was a little dead. I thought that Scherzer series we definitely should have won. But hey, it happens.
Right. And then you bounce back. We took 2 out of 3 from them there, I believe, or was it a 4-game set? But now you bounce back, and now you got the Yankees coming to town, and so last night right off the bat, they start talking about what the Yankees do well and what the Mets don't do a lot of, which is hitting home runs. And here go the Yankees. That first meatball to
oh my
to
God,
Judge.
I cringed. I saw it. I was like, oh no,
it didn't do anything. Just high.
It was a fastball. He tried to get a fastball. Now you're gonna throw a fastball to a guy that's a moose like that. You got to bring it up and inside. You got to jam him up.
Yeah, he threw a get me over pitch and they got
full extension. Yeah,
man.
What was that, 37 or something like that? 38 for him.
Yeah, 38 home runs. Judge is probably going to hit a home run just about every series. So if you're playing a 2 or 3 game set, he's definitely going to hit at least one, if not more. The key is not to have anybody on in front of him, and the Mets accomplished that. So good job on that. But
you got to pitch him, man. You got to pitch him right. He's pitchable. You can get him. That he has weaknesses.
Diaz showed us that, didn't he?
So
well, and then Rizzo comes up and he hits on, I think it was the next pitch, hits one out, also opposite field, and it's very easy for a team to kind of you're right, that giggler.
I hate him.
Always giggling. He's always
But
it's very easy for a team to crumble there, but the Mets bounce right back. They put up 4 runs. Sterling Marte, who's now at or above 300, who's been just stellar, hits the home run. That's a bomb. You see what we professional stuff around here. That's a bomb.
Whoa.
Lindor gets on. Alonso doubles. Lindor scores, and then Escobar puts the exclamation point on there.
Lindor hits a double to score Marte. Then
no, Marte hit the home run.
Oh, Marte hit the home run.
It was, double, and then back-to-back doubles.
Alonso. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and then Walker didn't have his best stuff, but the bullpen comes in, tack on a couple of runs. Keith, this is the way that you want a nice crisp victory to go, right? You get your starting pitcher in there, even if doesn't have his best stuff. You get your pen to shut it down, and then you get Diaz to come in and dominate at the end. Whew, 4 out save, baby.
4 out save. And I was listening to a certain New York radio show segment on the game last night. The one where one guy's a gambler and the other's a Goober Mets fan. Ex-gambler. But he was saying basically that Boone set it up that way, and going off of Boone's comments, to use Diaz for 4 outs so he's not available tonight. Come on. That's nonsense.
Yeah, Boone is so smart. Oh my God!
I mean, come on.
Now and then he lets this guy.
The stupidest thing I've heard.
What's his name? The guy that the Yankees hate now. They hate him. Worst Yankee ever. He struck out in the 9th inning. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway.
Oh, Gallo.
Gallo.
Jerry Gallo.
Okay. So Gallo has a 45% strikeout rate. Diaz strikes out batters at a 52% clip. Gee, what's the probability on a strikeout in that scenario?
97%.
Boone had said on that one that he liked the chances of getting a 1 hit to tie the game from Gallo as opposed to stringing hits along to score 2 runs.
Stupid. What's Gallo hitting?
Wow.
160, 150, something in that ballpark.
Jeez, that's like what?
Listen, no one was hitting
why
Diaz.
Do you have expectations?
No one was hitting Diaz. He was pumped up. He was ready to go. He has to be.
We got to lock
That's
Diaz
how you
up,
gotta
man.
be.
He's going to cost a pretty penny. We need to lock him up.
He should be be available tonight again. Screw that.
4 outs, day off tomorrow, day off the day before. I don't see why he's tomorrow for 3. Not 2 innings though. Not 2 innings.
He should come in. Listen, 2-3 innings, like Jesse Orozco. Come in 2 innings and close out a game. Jeez, those guys, those are closers.
84 and Franco.
People getting out. People got out though.
No, in
Get
these
'em out.
days you got to blow
All
it
about
past him.
pitching.
Edwin Diaz can't be Edwin Diaz without 100.
No, Edwin Diaz, 199 and 98, dude. It's almost the same
That's
thing.
nasty. He was throwing up and in on those big boys too, and really tying
Hell
them up.
yeah. You got to scare him a little bit.
And the slider has been absolutely crisp as.
That's why he's so good this year.
Exactly.
Because he has an off-speed pitch.
Jaime,
Guess what?
to the show.
Change of speed. What a surprise.
Shocker. What a shock.
Shocker.
All right, so they bring him in ultimately to close the game out. Mets win. And what do you guys think? The crowd last night was on fire. 42,000. Obviously, Mets and Yankees that's going to happen. Shows that the rivalry is alive and well for the fans, no matter what one team says. That it's only just another game. It's more than that because this year you got 2 60-win teams going at it. So it's not just a
first place teams.
Right. It's not just a big brother, little brother. Oh, this is for the fans type thing. This has real baseball ramifications. And the Yankees have not been playing well this month. The Mets, and it's funny because the Mets built this lead, and this year, as opposed to last year, it's more the Braves have cut into the lead, whereas the Mets just gave it up like a $2
right, because we didn't collapse, we slowed down.
Vendor.
So we're
still playing well.
Right, we're still over 500, not by much, but that's baseball. You have stretches where you play 500 ball, and then stretches where you're playing above 500. Those are the teams that go far.
Aren't we like 20 games above 500?
Yeah, something like that. 21. No, 30. Well, we're 61 and 37. So we're like 20.
24.
Let me fact check that.
Carry the 3
times
X
4.
7.
If you take the Mets, they're 60 and 37. You minus 37 from 60. You have 45. So we're 23 games over 500.
All right.
Wait, you said 61 and 37 before, don't? And I said 24. You jerk.
Right, but I'm going to say that we're going to go ahead and win tonight.
Oh,
I was leaking my prediction.
Exactly. Okay. All right. 24. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Let's talk about today. cyGrom, little the goat there. cyGrom is final. What we think is his final rehab outing today. And it's funny. Most of the headlines is he gets through it uninjured. He's feeling good. We'll see what happens tomorrow. And the New York Post comes out and says DeGrom's likely final Mets rehab start was a mess. That's the headline. He gave up runs. Yeah. He gave up runs. But the whole point of a guy like DeGrom getting through this is to build up the workload and escape uninjured. That's all we care about. Post.
That's all that actually really matters.
Rodriguez, can you call somebody there, please?
The Post? Why? My mother's bird uses the Post. For what, right? Okay, so what am I going to say to them?
That's what you leave back there for producer Joe.
Yeah.
Whenever I picked up the New York Post,
the Post is too good.
When I worked in the city, and I used to take the bus home, anytime somebody left the Post,
Jamie,
I picked it up.
go Mets.
First thing I did was turn to page 6, not the sports or not the real news, because that's about what they're good for.
Yeah.
It's a stupid thing. Sensationalism. I mean, come on, man.
I'm not worried about
what Met fans are nuts already, right, Keith?
Right. A lot of times you got to remember, too. A lot of times you got to remember, too, when it comes to players like DeGrom, they know they're going to be pitching to major league hitters. So they're working things out that they're throwing meatballs out there. They're just working things out. He's going to fine tune whatever's not working. He's not throwing. Trust me. You're going to see a lot of fastballs and sliders, 92-mile-an-hour sliders, people getting blown away.
You remember those baseball statues from Major League? Those baseball things that when Wild Thing came in, busted their head off.
Yeah.
That's all DeGrom sees. He doesn't see people. They're beneath him. Pshaw, we can't talk. You're nothing. Just stand there and let me throw the ball. If you
I heard
want to
the Mets hired.
I don't care.
Mets hired special bathroom attendants for him, so they're gonna tuck it in and zip it up for him. Make sure he don't get his wiener stuck in his zipper.
Dude, as long as they don't shake it up too many times, and then the guy can't pitch. You lose your legs that way.
Right, tuck it, don't pull it.
What's happening right now?
I don't know.
What did I miss in the production meeting?
Problem is, he wasn't there. See what happened?
They're being extra cautious to make sure he don't injure himself again.
You're being extra cautious.
They should bring him in and out of every inning in the Mets baseball cart. That cart should be there waiting. As soon as the inning ends, he puts his glove down, holds it. They come, they pick him up, they put him in there, they put him right back in the dugout. They carry him and just sit him right down. And they'll feed him some arroz con habichuelas, some pork chops.
Regardless of the way my peers are talking about you, Jake, when we win the World Series, that's all that matters.
And we're going to say that you listen to us because we're never going to be wrong.
That's true. How many times do people copy us? How many times do we talk about something on the show and then we read about it 2 days later?
Many times. Well, yeah, because we're the only ones available to think about that subject.
Exactly.
No one else can really figure it out but us.
Did you hear what Boomer Esiason said today on his morning show? He called Edwin Diaz the next Mariano Rivera. You think that's
Love it.
Very nice.
Love it. Love it.
Good. That's a very good find, Joe.
Nice.
So number one,
dude, if he
pressure.
If that slider stays the same way. I'm sorry, you asked about Edwin Diaz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if his slider stays the same way and he can locate it the way he's been locating it this year, he could be Mariano. But Mariano only needed one pitch. Think about it. He's got two. Respect to Mariano a little bit, even though he's a skanky. He only needed one pitch. He is the greatest closer ever. No ifs, ands, or buts, even though he's garbage.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early to call him Mariano.
And he'll be in hell.
But, I mean...
but he's really good.
I want to see him. Yes, I still think we should lock him up. But I want to see him do this 2 years in a row. He did this once in his career, and then he went in a whole other direction. So he has the talent. He is older. He is honing that talent. But I would like to see him do it next year too. And then I might say he's like a Mariano Rivera.
He's been bad 1 year, dude. The 1 year he was bad, and the rest the other time he's been pretty good.
I think it was 2, wasn't it?
Well, I think it was I think it was just his first five or so outings of 2020 were shaky, but after that he was really good, and then last year I think he was pretty good last year, ERA in the 2s, I think, and then this year he's just taking it to another level. It's been been absurd.
I don't want anybody to mistake what I'm saying. I do not think the guy's a fluke. I just think
headlines. Keith wants. Yes, gone.
And they're on the post. They're in the post.
As I say, that's
front page.
Rocky writes for the New York Post now. We need to lock him up. Did I say that yet?
Lock him up.
7
lock
times.
it up.
We need to lock Alonso up too. Did I say that yet? Oh, did you see that picture? Now, granted, obviously, I did not take the picture. It's a stolen picture. Or borrowed picture, I'll say.
How dare you?
But did you see the picture I put it in the books page on Facebook? The squirrel mid-air.
Yes.
What a picture!
Making that play.
God. What a shot! Whoever took that picture, kudos to you, man. That was a beautiful shot. Right moment, right time.
Man, those photographers get some damn good shots sometimes.
Yeah, that play was. Like,
they just hold the auto button on the play, and then they pick the best one.
To catch a sports motion shot that clear is not always right. You have
give
to
some credit, Rodriguez.
He's doing his job. Jesus Christ! Everybody gets kissed and pampered for doing their job. Do your job. Give us better pictures.
Yeah, Keith. Don't talk about this. Is a Mets. This is a Mets show. Don't talk about photography on this.
Right, but the photography is of the Mets, so it's all relevant.
It's of
There you
nature.
go.
The squirrel.
See, Farace,
It's not
that's what
relative.
you get.
It's relevant.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, Farace.
All right. So we're also less than a week away from the trade deadline. So this is a fun, annoying, anxiety-filled time of the year for contenders. And so the Mets have checked in. The biggest connection is Robertson from the Cubs, but that I believe has a tie-in to get Contreras, who is locked in for the next couple of years, I think, for his contract. They're also linked to Josh Bell, Trey Mancini, and of course they've been linked to Soto. That was obvious from the get-go because of all the rumors in previous years, and now I saw somebody post in the group about what the Mets should do at the trade deadline, make it realistic. So in previous years, realistic wouldn't be Soto, realistic wouldn't be any of these guys really, but to talk about unrealistic, the news that the Mets have checked in with the Angels, no matter how far these talks get, on Shohei Ohtani, literally every single debate show that covers baseball in any way on the big network has talked about that. Pardon the interruption, all those shows, and that led that show that the Mets have checked in on Ohtani. Should the Angels trade him? Should the Mets give up the farm to get him? A lot of it was yes and yes. There's only once in a lifetime opportunity to get a guy like Ohtani, who's doing insane things, and the Angels should learn from what happened with Trout. Maybe trade him now, get what you can, or become the superstar on the team that can't win a damn thing. So, number one, what do you want to see the Mets go out and do? And how surprising is it? How great is it that the Mets are in conversations for what many call the best athlete on the planet in Shohei Ohtani? What do you guys think?
I guess I could jump in and start that conversation. So being in on the conversation is absolutely amazing, right? Because it doesn't mean we're getting the person, but the fact that we're willing to just check out to see what the cost is, weigh that against the pros and cons on our own side, is something that we haven't had as Met fans in so long. I thought about this when you had messaged the chatter about Ohtani, and I thought about this on the drive home. I think I would rather Ohtani than Soto. Huh?
That should be top of mind.
Yeah, I think I would rather Ohtani versus Soto. I would take Shohei Ohtani first. The guy's a multifaceted player. He's a
Bohan,
great hitter, great athlete. I mean, I love Soto too, but I think he would bring a lot more to the team. I think you throw Ohtani on this team, and we are immediately World Series favorites, or one of the top favorites at least.
We're already, I think we're fourth, odds wise.
Right.
Throw Ohtani into that lineup and on the staff.
Right, exactly. Because you're stretching your staff now, and you're adding Ohtani to Scherzer. Happy birthday, by the way, Max. And DeGrom and Walker, Carrasco. And then on top of that, you're stretching out your lineup. You have a solid DH who you know is going to perform every single time.
I can't even wrap my head around what it takes to trade for that type of talent like Rodriguez. I mean, are we talking? There's got to be some major league level players.
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose JD Smith.
JD Smith. Yeah,
we're gonna lose. I mean, JD and Smith. I meant JD Davis and Dom Smith. We're gonna lose them because you got to give them. You got to give them at least that. You got to give them a pitcher. You got to give them a number one from the minors. I mean, it's at least a 4 or 5 play trade just for him.
Peterson's
how old is he? Like 28?
Yep.
20.
28.
Is he
Ohtani?
Is he 28? Ohtani.
Yeah,
so he could perform the way he's performing for another 4 or 5 years, tops, and then he's gonna have to settle into one of the others, or he could work himself into being a closer, and then he has the whole game to hit, and then all he has to worry about is closing the game if they even
Imagine
need
that.
him. So he could be a closer and a DH. That might be better for him in the long run. And maybe he could start it with the Mets when he gets to the Mets. Help out, be an eighth inning guy, come in and set everything up for Diaz. That would be funny.
They already people already got him in the uniform.
Listen, like
hold
he
your horses,
said,
guys.
he said the guy would be wonderful to have on the team. You know, right off the bat, you got a DH and you got the guy number 2 pitcher, sometimes a number 1 whenever he feels it. You know, but you know Soto would do some wonders for that offense too. And sometimes we've been taking a little long to get going, and we've been shut down a lot. So either some of these guys are tired, or they're not, or there's something going on. Maybe they're just slumping, and that's fine. That's all good. But I would like another bopper behind Alonso, not a guy that can get hits, because we have a lot of those guys. I want a guy that can solidly check swing a home run. I want a big bruiser like that behind Alonso, because I think McNeil is better suited a little bit down in the lineup, so he can help out in the lineup, by getting on base, or if like Guillorme or one of those guys gets on, hey Tom, one of those guys gets on, McNeil can drive him and at least get him to third, and stuff. But dude, we can kick the tires on every trade. We can check in on everybody. That's the wonderful thing. We're not the Wilpons anymore. We have the money and we have the talent in the minor leagues. And we had a pretty good draft, because I think you guys said it the other day that we had a really good draft. Ranked first, our top 3 draft, and you got guys that you can trade, guys that you can keep, and you're able to make moves. Billy Epler, he brought in Ohtani, so it's logical for him.
They've got pictures of him smiling, arms around each.
Come on, guys. It's. I'm hoping we get something to help our offense, and I wouldn't mind the guys from Chicago either, Contreras and Robertson. Those are 2 solid players. It all depends. I have faith in the general, in our management. So I'm hoping that Buck lets them know what they can get.
Yeah, and Keith, what I heard late yesterday on Contreras was that most of the teams that were in on Contreras were going to bring him in as a DH because they didn't want to upset the balance or they want to upset the chemistry between their staff. Their staff and the catcher. So potentially, let's just say the Mets are going to and succeed in getting Contreras. The potential is for him to DH and McCann to continue behind the plate in order to get that offense, the consistent offense that we're not getting from JD Smith.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, unless there's a trade that happens, we know he's going to be the future behind the dish starting next year. Right,
JD Smith. We're combining them, right? They're one. They're kind of like.
I
one
like
guy.
the name. I like the name now. I like JD Smith.
Next year behind the plate is going to be Francisco Contreras. Alvarez is the future behind the plate unless a trade happens. So I think that makes sense that he would be backup catcher / DH, and you just get rid of some of the dead weight. Although Nito has been pretty clutch and doing a great defensive job behind the plate, I'm sure having a catcher combo of Alvarez and Contreras would definitely be a lot more productive than
one of them is going down, obviously. So Nito or McCann, if Contreras comes on the team, one of them is going to the minors.
Yeah, well, McCann still, we'd have to either trade him or designate him because he's still on the contract. But yeah, something's going to happen.
Nito angered me. I don't remember what game it was. He did something stupid defensively. He threw the ball in the freaking left field. Was that recently, or am I bringing up some old shit right now?
So you want to cut him?
No.
It wasn't too long ago, but yeah.
Lord, Farace.
From his knees, right? What the fuck? Why is he in love with throwing from his knees now?
Throwing people out, and you get the ball there fast.
He threw it the one in the left field.
So he threw one into
see,
left
now
field.
I'm mad. Now I feel like Angry Joe.
Benito Santiago.
Nonsensical.
Benito Santiago, you are not.
No one.
Bohan, Tom's comment. Braves starting to play human again. They lost again this afternoon to the Phillies, 7-2, I think it was.
They came whenever you want.
Hey, you guys out there that said, "Oh, the Braves, the Braves." Yeah, the Braves were coming. The Braves were never going to be that poor of a team where they were, like 6 or 7 games under 500. They were always going to get back to being a contender for the East, which means they're gonna have that time frame where they're gonna play 700 ball. And it was what it was. They padded against the Nats like we all should be doing. The Nats and the Marlins and these guys, but now it's not happening as it was. So now's our opportunity as we head into our road trip right after this Yankee series. It is 3 with the
Marlins?
who is it first? Marlins. 3 with the Marlins and then 3 with the Nats.
Right here?
Couldn't remember.
I know.
I was flipping it for some
If
reason.
we could just stand the Braves real quick, let's also remember they came out super hot, right? But they're starting to experience some of the wear and tear, right? Duvall is on a 10-day IL. Ozzie Albies
Duvall's done for the year now. They announced that he's done for the year.
Duvall for the year. I mean, I hate to see
30 home
do
runs.
that.
I know.
I hate to see.
But how many home runs does he have?
He's okay.
Over 20 already, right?
Dude,
So
okay
hold on.
Next year.
So real quick, right? So Duvall and Albies. No, Albies is out. 60-day IL. And then
Albies
O'Day.
out,
They got some pitchers down. They're starting to experience some injuries, starting to hit that wear and tear, and we're
getting healthier.
We're gaining our health back. So we're going to go.
Darno's going to get hurt soon.
This is the time where we need to put that space between us again before that next shift happens, because it's a long season. It's bound to happen. The only thing that worries me is with these injuries the Braves are experiencing, how desperate are they going to be to go after somebody like a Soto and give up the camp for him? I hope that doesn't happen, but it is something.
I don't like the fact that you even just mentioned that, Keith. You ruined my whole evening.
It's something to keep an eye on.
By the way, after that cushy stretch of 6 games against the Marlins and the Nationals, is a 5-game set at Citi Field with the Braves. That's a big boy, guys. That's a big freaking boy. Big boy.
Put your big boy pants on.
Let's
do this. You got to be ready to fight. That's going to be a war. It's going to get nasty. Watch.
So that's going to be amazing. The crowds are going to be there's a doubleheader. I think the Monday.
We've been winning without Soto, so I mean I love Soto and I love getting these guys, but you know what? If they don't come on, then it's just my enemy. That's the way I look at it as a Met. I say if you're not on my team, you're my enemy. I don't care how friendly you are with the ground, Freddie Freeman. So we won without him, and we're gonna keep winning. Chipper Jones, you suck. But so we'll be all right.
So a couple of guys that are going to be coming in are auditioned by coming off the injured list, and within the next week or so, we're expecting to get DeGrom back. Only one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Maybe.
Did you hear that on the audio side, Rodriguez? I didn't hear that. You say, maybe. Maybe. And Trevor May, who fully healthy can help that bullpen. So those are 2 guys that you get back at the deadline without having to give up anything. He may not. He has not pitched since early May. Keith, what do you? I know you're. I know we all liked him when
he's a big Trevor May fan.
But I think that we're all at different levels of concern with him. Maybe, I don't know. But Keith, what are your concerns with May coming back? Do you think Isaac doesn't like it? He says Mayday, Mayday.
And I get that, right? Because when he first came onto the scene, we had big expectations of him. And he didn't do too terrible in his first full season with us. He came out of the gate this year looking really bad. Is that because he had underlying injuries? Who knows? I would like to see him come back, ease him into the role. Don't put him in critical situations, of course, unless we have to. See what he's made of, and then build him back into the rotation where he should be as that 7th, 8th inning guy to shut down the opposing team. I think he's capable of doing it. He's done it in the past, and I'm glad to see him back with a fresh arm.
Speaking of easing in, no, Rodriguez, I'm not going to go there. Is Was I the only one that was stunned when Aroldis Chapman came in the sixth? I didn't know he was a sixth inning guy now.
He's not the closer anymore.
I know he's not the closer, but he doesn't. They don't even trust him in the seventh, the eighth.
No, he's having a
Well,
tough
no,
year.
I mean he came in. He did a good job. What are you
No,
gonna
he did. He came in the sixth inning, and I was just like, whoa, this is
Trevor May
odd.
sucks.
Look at
Trevor
this.
May sucks.
Yeah, well, he's having a terrible year. He's got a 5.48 ERA in 26 appearances this year.
That's good for us.
That is good for us, but
Yeah, but he sucks.
yeah,
Producer
I don't
Joe
know
is
who
just
the Yankees closer
he just
is,
wants
but-
to see which one of us is going to vomit first. If
Think he fell asleep on the keyboard again.
just go.
Next thing will be spinning any minute.
All right. So let's talk about tonight. That's coming up in about 15 minutes. It's on ESPN. So get familiarize yourself with the mute button, and it's a Howie call today, right? And it's that city.
It's a Howie day for sure. Yeah.
So you got is it Herman for the Yankees? Who cares? Happy 38th birthday! Can't wait to get a victory from our boy Max Scherzer.
Oh, he's gonna be ready. He's gonna. Be
He's gonna be pumped. That crowd, bro. The crowd.
I hope he doesn't throw up.
He's one of those guys.
I feel like he's gonna throw up.
He might, but he's gonna be like excited. 9 feet tall by the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's how he feeds off of the crowd.
That's right, Tom.
Keith. I mean, I don't. Scherzer doesn't have to get up for a big game like this, but you know, the first of all, the nerves are stepped, the anxiety is up a little bit because you don't want to make a mistake behind Scherzer. I've always been petrified. Darryl Strawberry threw out the first pitches, Ray.
He did, yes, he did.
Yeah, that's good for him. So, what do you think about tonight, huh?
I think Scherzer. I think sometimes he throws a little fatties to these big power hitters. But I think he's going to go a good 7 innings, give up 2 runs. I think he's going to have like double-digit Ks. I think he's going to have a really good game tonight. And I think our offense is going to back him up. We put Daniel Vogel back. I know I'm going a little further than just Scherzer, but we put Vogel back, who is really good against the righties. And they have a suspect righty pitching tonight for the Yanks. So I think we're going to get on top of that Scherzer the win.
Coming off I think Andrea. I think this is a second start, so there's a bullpen game. Is what I'm thinking here.
Yep, and we tapped into that bullpen last night. 6 pitchers the Yankees used, so you know I think
tap it, baby, tap it, baby, tap it, baby.
It's a butt whooping. Wait to happen.
All right, so are we all saying Mets win tonight?
Mets win tonight.
I'm saying there's a really good chance the Mets win. 80%.
Can you please pick a side here? Very good chance.
Pick a side.
Are the Mets going to win tonight?
How do I know? The game hasn't finished yet.
Producer Joe, you got a victory for the Mets tonight? Please say yes.
Yeah, say yes. Producer.
Oh yeah. Tonight's gonna be what my father-in-law used to call a rocking chair game. You're not gonna be worried about this game.
I like it.
We
need one of those.
After the 5th inning, you're not going to be worried about this game. It's going to be a rocking chair game.
Isaac says 5-2, Mets win.
That's what George and I used to call a good old-fashioned ass-kicking game, where you can sit back, put your feet up, no worries in the world, or like Joe said, a rocking chair game. Love it.
Yeah, I want a whooping. I want a no chance they're gonna come back whooping. I want Diaz to be there having a pina colada in the bullpen, just chilling. I want it 15-2. That's what I want.
I would love it.
I want to hurt them. I hate them so much.
Remember that game in Chicago I don't know what. You're weird that we remember these random things. In 2006, the Mets hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning in Chicago. It was like a Sunday night game. Cliff Floyd and the guy who used to play center field for the Mets, they both hit grand slams in the same inning in Chicago. I didn't say it.
Bring him up, right? You had to bring him up today because I heard all those little talks you were having with producer Joe trying to get to me. And
listen,
congratulations.
Let's guess who's eligible for the Hall of Fame.
To bring him up.
Hold on, guys. I only have 2 minutes. Let's fit this in, huh?
I got 5, so I'm not worried.
So here's the lineup, the pitching matchups for the Marlins series, Mets and the Marlins on Friday. Bassett, 7-7, 3.72 ERA, going against Sandy Alcantara, the future Met, 9-4, 1.81 ERA. On Saturday, the rest of the series for the Marlins, there's nobody. There's nobody showing up. Carrasco, 10-4. So Saturday, that's a 10-10, 6-10 start. And then on Sunday afternoon, it's Yaiwan Walker against somebody. And then obviously nobody set for the National Series. 2 out of 3, Rodriguez?
Easy, 2 out of 3.
Keith?
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
If we win Friday, we sweep the shit out of them. That's what's happening.
I agree.
We win Friday.
That's the pivotal game.
Producer Joe, what you got for that series?
Yeah, 2 out of 3. We win Friday, but we always seem to drop that middle game and then come back. Look at the stats over the year, man. How many times we win the opener, drop the middle game, and come back and close it out for a series win. I see the same.
How about the ratings?
Yeah.
All right. Bohan says Alcantara only cares about the Met starts. He's ready. Hey, Bohan, he's ready to join the team. You see that jersey that Rodriguez is wearing right there? He's gonna be wearing it in a few years.
I'll even give him my number.
That's wow. Look at that.
Have it.
I mean, it's not like it's not going to be retired though, right?
Well,
no.
I don't deserve
All right.
it.
We don't want
the best center fielder.
Yes, you do, Rodriguez.
I've done a lot of bad things. What?
The best center fielder in Mets history.
This is a baseball show, Rodriguez. Show. We'll talk about the other stuff on another.
No, stop, Keith. Don't even try it. You know that? We had a good time last week. Let's not ruin it, okay? We had a good show. Farace's been trying all day to get that in, and he did. Congratulations,
put it in the book, so we're going to talk about the best plays by the best center fielder in Mets history. We're going to start with the climb up the hill in Houston.
I'm sure.
Wow.
Over to you, Rodriguez.
I'm sure we will.
Wow, what's happening? Dude,
Yeah,
look, if I said that, Rodriguez would be screaming at me by now. All right, let's put a big old blue and orange ribbon on this bad boy. Round robin. Keith, what you got?
Do it.
Let's
do it. Give it to us, baby.
I want to say Fwakata to Andre the Giant. Aaron Judge. I hope you go down tonight. I hope you go over tonight. I hope you suck tonight. I think the Mets are going to win tonight. Really excited to see the next week or so. I would like to take a little bit more than beat the Yankees, even more so. Just see us go 3 games up on the Braves. More importantly, we need to just stretch our lead in that division and ensure success for the long run, baby. Mets all the way.
And before we go to Rodriguez, can we put Isaac's comment up there? But the best center fielder in Mets history, Trash Can Man.
Trash Can Man.
That's an acceptable name on this show. That's there are some names that are acceptable. Trash Can Man is one of them. We like that.
That's acceptable if you want to be nice. I appreciate that, Isaac, but you gotta understand how much I hate this guy. He just ruined my whole life. Honestly, he's terrible. Puerto Rican, and he does this to me. To me? How dare you? You know who you are. Anyway, let's go Mets. We're gonna win today. Mad Max, be careful with horse face, okay? And if you think, just hit your toe, hit your feet a couple of times, move around, do something crazy. Don't let horse face get you pegged down, because I know he's gonna hit a couple of home runs off you if you get crazy, Mad Max. I'm scared of you and horse face. Hit him every time he gets up. Hit him. I don't even care. Do it. Fight. Do it. As long as we win 10-2 today. 10-2 win. Let's do it. Let's go Mets.
How about a 28-3, 28-5? The Red Sox.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's rough, guys. Man. Rough. Producer Joe, any closing thoughts here?
It's been a fun experience watching Max pitch. His intensity, having him on our side, has been fun, and it's I'm actually really excited to see what he's going to be like in the playoff atmosphere. That last night's atmosphere has to be, it's going to be again tonight, and it'll be fun to see what he brings to that playoff atmosphere, because he's a maniac. He's a maniac. And it's fun to watch him between innings. It's fun to watch his facial reaction between pitches, and he's going to be fun to watch as a Met as long as we've got him. And I'm looking forward to that shit. We're going to kick their asses, and I'm looking forward to watching Max like tear them to shreds. Let's go Mets.
What are the odds, Joe? What are the odds of Max stepping off the mound and cursing at a Yankee batter as he exits?
98%.
Those are good odds. Those are good odds.
Very good odds.
The only 2% chance that it doesn't happen is if he gets thrown out before it happens.
Do it on the way out.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful intensity. I mean,
him and Rizzo. I think him and Rizzo, the guys.
Who was it? Baldy. Farace sent it today. The intensity clip from today. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be matched today.
In case you guys don't know.
Yeah. So
let's go. We kind of figured it out.
Let's go, Mets. That's going to be fun to watch.
Let's go. And I was just kind of looking over Twitter before we head on. Buck Showalter has confirmed that the Mets intend to have Senor DeGrom make his next rotation in the major leagues. Lines up in a start against the Nationals next week. So he'll be back in that National Series. We're just gonna miss him here in Miami, but hopefully next time around. Yeah, I was hoping maybe that Sunday game, but he'll probably pitch that Monday or Tuesday game, I guess. But nonetheless, good news that he's going to be coming back, and that'll do it for us for this week. Appreciate you all watching, Mr. Bohan, Isaac, and everybody else. Where was Terzio today? I'm concerned.
Oh.
Keith, text him.
Call the cops. Ex-wife.
Terzio was looking up the 2-time Silver Slugger, 4-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover New York Met, Carlos Beltran. He was looking up some stats on him for next week.
No. All right, that'll do it for us today. We will see you guys next week.
See what I'm doing to you.
Go Mets. Peace.
Later.